Hey guys, if you love what we're doing, please make sure to hit that subscribe button right here to my left. If you love something, subscribe. I mean, don't play yourself, alright? See? Jada's laughing at you, so subscribe so Jada won't laugh at you. Also, don't forget to check out our most recent episode of The Culture. We discuss the best and worst R&B female groups from the 90s and 2000s. So please add this review. Check that out ASAP. Hey guys, I'm BMOC. You're now tuned to BMOCTV. So today I'm back with another review for one of my favorite MCs. You know, one of my favorites of all time, Jadakiss, with top 5 dead or alive. For those who are not familiar, you know, there's always been this conversation of who's like in the top 5, you know, the Biggie, the Pac, they passed away, who's doing it now, and Jay just kind of threw that line out there way back on the track. It's kind of stuck with him. As him saying to himself, listen, he should be considered top 5. I think he should be considered top 5, or at least top 10, and he proves it time and time again with just his longevity, his career, the bunches, the bars. It's gonna be hard to find a bad Jada verse, and this album is no exception. So let's break it down track by track. So the album opens up with the first 48. The sample on this joint is crazy, and Jada's just back with the slow, the greasy, the street flow that we all love from him. Just the metaphors and the bars. I mean, it's just a great way to open up the album and kind of prove why it's called Top 5 Dead or Alive. Then after that great intro, we get to the You Don't Eat joint. You know, the next full song with Diddy talking in the background. The drums are just so powerful. I love like the choir sample. This feels like presidential right here. That's it on the Jesus review, but I love those beats, the presidential feel. Like I'm in the building, feel my presence. I'd love to hear some really like hard, loud drums, man, or even in the car. Definitely a trunk banger to kind of again start the album off with. We also heard Diddy talking in the background. No, Diddy does not have a verse on this. No, Jada didn't write a verse from this time, but Diddy's just again talking that talk in the background, just to cut the tone and the mood for the subject matter. Then we get to the song You Can See, featuring Future. It almost sounds like a sequel to the last track, just with the style, but the production could have been like for Bobby Shmurda's Hot Boy. It sounded like it could have been a remix to that or whatever, but Jada still shines with it. Even with Future on the hook, like the hooks like to grow on me, gotta be honest. You know, no offense, Future. You know, I love what you're doing, man, but I'm not the biggest, you know, on the biggest wave of that. But Jada's verses definitely make up for it. So even if you don't like the hook, the verses really kind of sink you into the song and you'll get attached to it. So I'm sure after a few plays, it's going to be something that you can rock with. Then after that, there's a song called YO, which stands for Youthful Offenders, featuring none other than Akon and Jada. The bounce of the production matches perfectly with Jada's cadence and delivery. And he's giving some like real life talk of this, man, that reality rap, talking about things that are going on in the streets, and even dropping some gems as an OG to some of these young boys out here. In a recent interview, Jada said this is one of his favorite songs on the album. I think it was a Hot 97 interview with Ebro in the morning. I'm not gonna see why. It's just full of substance and great content. Oh, and Akon. Before this track, I didn't realize how we've been missing Akon. We've been missing him. I'm sure he's not hurting for money. You know, he's signed T-Pain and Lady Gaga. He's doing all this stuff, and we get it, man. But we need you back, Akon, for these hooks, man. Just so smooth and legendary, smooth and street at the same time, which is kind of, I guess, like the flow of this whole album, the streetness and the smoothness. So again, one of my favorite songs on this album. Then we get to Jason. You know, I gotta be honest. When I first heard the song throughout the album, I was like, it's alright, it's okay. But after listening to it, in terms of the flow of this album, I think it fits perfectly. It's giving me that classic Swiss beats on the track. That classic like Rough Riders throwback. Again with Jadakiss with more punches, more bars. So that was fire too. Then after all those highlights, we get to a song called Kill, featuring Lil Wayne, which gotta be honest, it's not one of my favorite songs on the album. Not saying it's bad, but I think just the level is a little lower than some of the other songs. The beat is dope. I think Jada's verse is great as usual. Lil Wayne sounds like the mixtape Weezy to me, but it just was okay. Maybe it could have been something that could have fit a mixtape better. Maybe he just put it on the album because, you know, Lil Wayne's on it as a feature. It's more exposure for the album to sell it, and I get all of that. But just kind of the high bar he set. I don't know if it was just on that level. Maybe take a few more spins. I don't know. But just coming off of YO and You Can See and You Can't Eat and Jason, it was just so hard. This one was like, it was cool. It was okay. Then right after I say that, we get to one of my favorite tracks on this album called Man in the Mirror. This beat is hard. You know, the song is melodic. You can almost dance to it if you want to dance to it. I definitely think this could be a top contender for a radio single for sure. Sonically, it fits what's going on. And even the message, talking about, you know, that he doesn't fear anybody but himself and God, that he's responsible for his grind and his hard work, and you gotta be responsible for your grind and hard work to keep it pushing, you know what I'm saying? Don't let the man in the mirror down, which is yourself, you know what I'm saying? Or woman in the mirror is yourself. So again, I love the message, I love how the beat feels, the flow, everything is great. So again, top contender for a radio single in my opinion. Then we get to the track called Synergy, which, speaking of synergy, it's featuring him and Styles P doing that back and forth flow that we love, man. Like, they are like the masters of that. Like, I know a lot of people do that and people try, but like, just their chemistry together is just so undeniable when it comes to just the matching the bars, how they finish the sentence. You don't know who's gonna come in with what bars. It's exciting. Please keep doing those collabos for us, man. I'm sure that they're Locks brothers, so I'm sure we'll have more to come on that. But definitely one of my favorites. Synergy is dope. Also, the Just Blaze production, I can't forget. I don't know what sample that is. I gotta do some research, but Just Blaze never fails. So again, just an overall great track. Then we get to another potential radio joint called Ain't Nothing New, featuring Neo and Nipsey Hussle. I love like the cinematic feel of the song, which is dope. Like, you feel like in a movie, and then when Neo's hook provides that smoothness again I was talking about before, but then Nipsey Hussle and Jadakiss provide that like that street edge. It's perfect just for that flow. You know, it can appeal to like the ladies who want something to sing to, but also appeal to the fellas who want those bars. So I think that's just a great overall collaboration with those three. Then we get to another collaboration track, which I would have even thought of maybe before. I don't know if they collaborated before, but I don't remember it, but it's called So High, featuring Wiz Khalifa. It's a great introspective record of Jada. Like, Jada's always one of those artists where you know what he's going through because he's going to tell you. He's not going to try to sugarcoat. He's not always just throwing money in the club or popping bottles. He's a real dude with real issues and not afraid to kind of express that to his fans. The chorus is top 40, you know what I'm saying? It's a motivational record, and you have really a blazing, you know, verse from Wiz. You know, Wiz is dope, so they fit together perfectly. I never would have kind of like matched them up in my head, but I mean, this track makes sense, and definitely one of my top songs of the album. Then we get to the song called Critical, you know, featuring Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? I always joke that Jadakiss and Jeezy could be like twin brothers, and like one was just raised up north, one was just raised down south. You know, their flows are different, kind of how they carry themselves is kind of the same, but the topic matters are kind of the same almost, just like different styles. But it's always cool to see the guys like side by side rhyme together. I think that's dope. And again, just showing the diversity of Jadakiss. You know, he kind of switches up his flow a little bit, more of that bounce flow, the you know what I'm saying? But Jada makes it himself, and he packs those bars in there. That's the thing. People be having that same flow, but they'll be having the bars with it. And Jadakiss always brings that over this track, which is a track that could be really trendy. What's going on right now in terms of that bounce and that feel, but Jada still makes it his own. And Jeezy kills it. Like, this is more of a Jeezy track really than a Jada track, but they both really came together collectively and did a great job with this. Another trunk banger for sure. Then Jada kind of teases us, man. Like, I hate when the artists do this. He has a skit called Confetti, which really is a skit. It's more like an interlude type of thing. It has a skit on it, but it's really a full, more of the music's in it. And this song could have been like another hit for him. Not just another good song, like it could be another like hit. It's super trendy what's going on right now. The subject matter, blowing confetti in the party, in the club, all that stuff. And it's a dope verse from Jada. The hook is catchy. It's what's in right now. But it's not a full song. So I'm just kind of confused why they make this a full song. Like, even if he didn't want to go like the trendy route, he included it on the album. So what we're hearing is like, this is great. Like, throw another verse on it and 2 more hooks, and you have a potential smash on your hands. So if I ever meet Jadakiss, I kind of want to ask him, you know what I'm saying, why he made that decision. It could have been maybe a length issue with the songs. Some of the label cuts down how many songs you can have, or maybe he can fit all the songs he wanted, so he tried to cut some up. But that could have been a potential smash. So I'm glad to hear it for whatever it was. So it's dope. Then we get to Cutlass featuring Exodus, like it's spelled X-O-U-S. So hopefully I'm saying it right. That's like a bar. X-O-U-S. Break it down, slow it down. You know what I'm saying? And this just proves Jada can murder again any style. This is more of like a trappish beat, and he murders it. I just love hearing the trap beats with people who have bars. I think it just makes it so simple. Like, people can just take whatever trap beat and use the same flow, the same cadence, but Jada's able to take that cadence and put the bars in there over those 808s, which makes a really big difference. The hook is catchy, so again, this is another one that's dope. Then we get to Realest in the Game. I feel the exact same way I felt about Cutlass, again, having more of those like trappish beats with bars, but now he has Young Buck on the track, which I think Young Buck is highly underrated, man. Show Young Buck some respect out here in these streets. Also, Sheik Luch, his Lock Brothers on it. His verse is amazing as well. This is another one again I can hear in the club, I can hear in the car. So again, y'all did a great job. Then we get to a song called Rain. The sample is perfect. This song probably has some of the best Jada bars of the project in general. And there's no surprise because his guest feature is Nas, arguably the best MC, living MC doing it right now. So, you know, not saying Jada is not on that level, but I mean, anytime you're on a track with a legend, I would assume you try to bring your best material, and this is what Jadakiss did. The production is flawless, the sample is flawless, Jadakiss verse is flawless, Nas verse is flawless, that goes without saying. So again, a dope track. Then to close out the album, he has a track called 1 Mile to Go. And it's one of those motivational joints, man. Just him telling you to stay strong, keep it going, stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Everything's not what it's cracked up to be. You may have dreams and goals and aspirations, and don't let those trying to stop you. You know what I'm saying? Keep going, and you can be successful like Jadakiss. He's a proven example of what he's talking about. Also, there's a singer named Chasey on this. I've never really heard of her before. After this, I had to do some research, because her vocals are on point. She gives me that Coco from SWV type of feel. Just those pure vocals. It kind of brings a hook to it, like another level. The song to another level on that. So again, great job with her. So overall, this was a pretty solid project. You know, I didn't know what to expect hearing Jason at first. Remember, I said that Jason, it didn't really catch me at first, but this is probably one of Jadakiss's best albums. I mean, I obviously just heard it. I had to play it around some more, but he has a lot of quality joints, a lot of good songs. Sometimes people just like throw songs on albums and throw it and see whatever hits the wall. But I mean, I'm gonna save probably 95%, my offline Spotify option, I'm going to save 95% of this album, maybe even higher than that, after I play them back some more. The ones that I'm like, oh, okay, I may actually start loving because they're that high quality level. You definitely saw Jadakiss, you know, really took his time with it and made a body of work. He wasn't just procrastinating. He really took his time. All this time he's been spending on it, we've been waiting for an album. This is what he's giving us, man, and I think this album can help prove that he should be in those top 5, you know, conversations, not just his album alone, but his overall body of work, and this just adds on to his legacy. So kudos again to Jadakiss. So what did you guys think? You know, am I overhyping the album? Did you not enjoy it as much? Are you loving it? You know, what tracks did you like? Were you feeling Jason? Did it kind of throw you off? You know, please put in the comments, and I will shout you out in my next review next week. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Make sure you check out our most recent episode of The Culture. We talk about the best and worst female R&B groups from the 90s to the 2000s. For more videos and reviews, make sure you tune into youtube.com/BMOCTV. Please subscribe or BMOC.TV. I'm BMOC. Peace.